where the entire world is a world of an ecumenopolis run by Paltech Incorporated. All right. So, Dimitri, looking at the concepts for the buildings and kind of how we're going to design the level 2 cityscape, which is the High Life district, I have to say I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm feeling really good. I want to take a look at this again from level 1 just so I could, drink in the details of our architecture, kind of think about it a little bit more. Also acknowledge the things that I really like, having these kind of, like expressive shapes. This part of the Paltech world is all about high society, right? So every building is not utilitarian; it's blingification. I don't know. It's art. It's artistic, right? It's also functional because as a planet, especially a planet where your primary export is mercenaries, it's capable of having an underlying like big sci-fi defense scenario, right? So let's take a look at this again and where we're at. We made a lot of good progress, I think, in kind of understanding some of our shapes. And while it was good in terms of how we achieved parallax in the city layer, we also wanted to do better, I think. And then we wanted to do, we wanted to also kind of carry forward. We've got a little bit more dusk here, but we wanted to carry forward more of like a, we want to go low evening, like, the sun is pretty much on the end of the horizon, vivid color tones for the skyline where we can see it. You won't see much of it if or anywhere, but the light scattering and the way that that particular hue of the sun will cascade through the city, right? And then thinking about what does it mean for our main accent colors. So here we went with a lot more of the purples, right, and the pinks. We're gonna have a lot more bright bits. So neon, lots of neon, right? So and now let's take a look at where we're at. So here I'm just looking at this thing. So beautiful shape. We're gonna go into the buildings themselves, but I thought I would just share with you. Man, let's take a look here. Maybe I can do this. Let's see. Oh, do. Clink and floop and doop. And I'm gonna use check marks just to illustrate the things that I really like normal. Man, loving these shapes. Oh my god, look at this shape here. Oh, so good. This shape here. Let me take a look. Maybe I should do this. Loving this shape. Oh my god, this like diamond shape here, or this like kind of egg shape into this nice split construction. Oh, so good. So good. Juicy in the details. Love these sort of living promenade faces here. We'll need to also think about a little techno noise on the panels. Oh my goodness. And then you have these big sort of like promenade luxury apartments. Oh, so good. Look at this like cool key heart shape. Oh, yummy. I don't know why I like that as much because it's art, right? So good. And when I said I like this down here, I mean this whole thing being split. Oh, so yummy. Juicy. Yeah, so good. And also keeping the depth and the shadow. Oof. Loving this here. Oh. I love that it breaks up the shape of the buildings in that respect, and that it gives you something interesting to look at. Oh man, look at this multi-step kind of promenade bit here, or the different decks, and then you have the inner side to give you depth here. Ooh. And then the quarters down here hanging off of the main back structure. Oh, so good. So good. Yummy. Just makes me so happy. Oh, also look at this shape. Oh, so good. But also the way that this comes down. Like, we're imagining a place that has never existed. And oh, this is also good. This is great. Oh my god, look at this too. Over here. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And it's tough because you're like, well, what does it mean? What does it mean? It doesn't exist. How do you take this world that you've been building in your mind and find something that resonates with you. Honorable mention, this is a little rough here on the backside, but that's fine. It's all just concepting. But to channel that into like an environmental narrative. What is it that when you see this, how does it make you feel? How does it make the culture feel? How does it make the populace feel? And right, like we're building a cyber utopia, and every utopia has that dirty underseed of like dystopia. You know, I mean, this whole world is controlled by basically one major corporation, and the world is completely overbuilt, right? So what comes out of that? But one thing is for sure is when you come to the planet, the most affluent can afford to live at the highest depth levels of the city. So they're living on the surface, basically, right? And the idea that the whole planet is an ecumenopolis, it's 30 cities stacked on top of each other, and we journey through. And as you get closer and closer to the core of the city, the city layer, you know, you start to see how, like, hey, this is where all the more R&D comes from. Like, this is where, you know, like the populace. I mean, the populace is completely controlled, but anyways, I could nerd out on that forever. But I think the main thing is that you try to roll all these things together, and then you try to express that in this multi-layering of art. All right, so now let me just look at these like interesting like panels. These interesting panels. I like that they're not like they're not fully segmented. I like that it feels artistic. I like that. That's really good. Really enjoying that. Also, this is great, man. Dimitri, you did some great work here, just kind of pulling this stuff together. Decent, modest high rise here. I think we need something more to make this more expressive. When we talk about when we, yeah, I don't know where it is. Maybe it's in the top. Maybe. Not every shape has to be as expressive, but I do like these like outer pillars. Look at these like these bits for like the feet. So good. I like that we have the idea of these sort of like extended decks, right? For you know, I know for their easy access to the, you know, different levels, right? So bit of a weird shape. I mean, we're just concepting, but I think I like the idea, but we need to figure out how do we turn this into something that's also artistic. And you already saw earlier, I love this. I freaking love this shape. Look at this shape too. Oh my God. This is just juice. Oh, I'm loving so many aspects of this. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh my God. And then we got the little trees down here. Ooh. Sometimes it's just good to be alive, my friends. It is so good. Like, I got little happy trees. Bob Ross would be impressed. I think what I love the most here is like these giant shards, right? They're just breaking up the shape. It's challenging your eye to think about big pieces of art. The functionality, it still has a touch of that. Like, it has to be, it's not industrial. It's commercial, right? But I really like this. I think we should keep riffing on that. So good. You saw me already comment on that. This is delicious. Delicious. I like that you get the sense of perhaps like elevators, right? Like we have these elevation cars and things like that on the outsides of the city. One of the things we should think about, Dimitri, might be like, you know, I know, like, is it like a theme park, right? You know, not quite TH, but I think, you know, we could take some interesting, you know, it's like if you look at like Disneyland, right? And I'm not saying like this completely, like Disney World, and let's see here. You know, like they're also masters of that, like crazy, like, you know, you're building fantasy, right? So, and I don't know, I think that there's something to be said. Like, we haven't even thought about our statues yet. Like, there's some stuff that's going to happen for the populace that are going to be amazing. Look at this thing. Holy shit. What is that? A new Space Mountain coming to Tokyo Disneyland in 2027. Ooh. I don't know. I'm not huge on Disney, but then again, like, and I don't know, like, so I think part of what we're going to need to do right now, we're just big base shapes, right? But maybe we should think about what do transit structures look like? Like if this is the city, it's like Las Vegas. It's something like, think about that. Like, that's kind of crazy now that I think about it. It's like Las Vegas spectacle because of the affluent, right? Las Vegas sky. And there's something to be said for that too. Like, and we're going to be a little bit more on the dust side, and, look at this, wallpapers.com, Las Vegas skylines. Hopefully I'm not getting viruses. Okay. Well, but I think, like, and we did this with the design of the PAL world anyways. And here, like, Vegas is like, hey, let's take the wonders of the world. And, like, you look at the sphere and the dome. So, anyways, I digress. I think that when we come back to the additional layering of the city stuff, we should think about that visual theme park, right? So while it is a city, it's also this it's really big into the entertaining. And also, by the way, I mean, you had me here as well. Great, loving these structures. Look at these structures. Oh my God, yummy. And I'm a big fan of when they flare out and they have like these sort of, also maybe some of these tapered bits. Look at this. Ooh, delicious. There's something just enormously sexy about like this inner area and like the way the geometry is constructed together. This is okay. Ooh, but this is great. This is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh my God. Like that, I really like. This part of the building is like, okay, great. I'm like, this works, but I think because of the building behind it, and that it's potentially one layer, or one large building connected, I really like the way it offsets. So great job there. And we talked about that stuff there. Ooh, look at this too. This is something interesting about this. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I think that I'm definitely enjoying some of the plates, the panels, the solar. I'm not sure. There's something to be said for that. And we'll have to think about, well, this is the background of the city. I think that we have the opportunity for stuff like this, where we can have the subsection of the building, and that can be more in the foreground, and that can be where like we introduce enemies. Oh my God, look at this. This thing is just delicious. This is so good, Dimitri. Man, whatever you ate for inspiration, keep eating it. It is amazing. We talked about this with the decks, right? Like the decks are great. I love these decks. The undershadowing is great because the deck kind of comes out here, right? Look at a little ground floor here. Honorable mention. Yeah, this is great. This is also a great piece of architecture. Dude, okay. So pretty much what I did was just gaga over everything. I mean, very like so and then, coming back to see how this kind of put together. Now, how we get this whole thing to parallax and what that looks like, I know we're exploring that, but I think we have enough here to go forward. Yeah. You got my feelings. And I think here we'll need to think about, we're still on the top of the city, but we're under this cloud layer mostly, that kind of thing. So, and then we'll need to think about like how we bring some of the building types into, maybe it's not a lot of them, but a few of them. Then again, I don't know, like it might be that with the building types being in the foreground, for what we talked about, I mean, we're only building for, I think, three screens, 1920 by 1080 screens. I think I want to try to play with giving us a little bit more vertical, just a little bit, so it gives you more sense of the world. Not enough to mask enemies, but and then I'm trying not to go crazy and overbuild this, right? So that's the other side of it. Okay, and then this is going to be a great sequence for the Paltech Merc transport transports. We'll need to think about what our sort of theme park big affluent entertainment, what that looks like. Business gets done here, right? And then we need to I guess we'd also need to think about, I mean, what does it mean? I guess we need to think about the messaging to the populace, the entertainment side of that, right? Because it's all about control. But then also then what does it mean for our, you know, like the characters we've already introduced in the first level? You know, like what is the next wave of those enemies look like? And I think we've already got some of them that are pretty much done, like the Merc transport suits, the riot mechs, but I don't want to just completely reuse them each time. We could remix those. So, and there might be enough here in just this section that when we build it, we might build a little caravan level out of it. So that might be really, really cool too. So anyways, I digress. I thought I would give this feedback to you in preparation for our meeting tomorrow. Really love where we're at, and I will talk to you soon.